They were not kidding when they say that this is heaven for a lot of collectors.
Seeing their front display is a feast for the eyes and a pain for the wallet for a lot of collectors.
From a date.
From a date? No. It was a casual.
Hello, it's me, Mimim, and welcome to my world. So for this week's video, as promised, I'll be taking you guys with me to Green Hills. After 2 days of PokeCon Manila, we had an extra day there. I think it was a holiday if I remember correctly. So me and my friend decided that we need to explore Manila more. So me and my friend decided to go exploring. And for me, as a collector, I've always wanted to go to Green Hills. A lot of times I've read that Green Hills is a paradise for a lot of collectors. I mean, hell for their wallet, but still, paradise for a lot of collectors. I also see a lot of friends go there to buy like collectibles, and of course I was so curious I had to visit the place myself. So this is the perfect opportunity to go there and explore the place and see what all the hype is about.
Alright, day 3 in Manila. So I'm just going alone for now because my friend has something to do and he has to meet some of his friends as well. But I'll be going to Green Hills today and I'll take you guys with me. See you guys there.
Of course, me being me, I decided to just stay in a corner because I felt so anxious already. I mean, every time I visit a new place, it's a mix of excitement and getting anxious. Most of the time, I get anxious because I'm afraid of getting lost in that new place. So I decided to just go to the side in my little corner and ask some help from Mr. Google. I had to search in what section of Green Hills Mall the collectibles were located in, but after a few minutes of walking around, I saw this section of stores that sell a lot of collectibles.
The first store that I went to was Our Toys, Toys and Collectibles. In front of the store, you can see a lot of high-end collectibles like vintage toy figures and licensed scale figures. Well, the store was mainly action figures with the focus more on Marvel, DC, Star Wars, or there are some older anime shows there as well. The next store that I went to is Hobby Stock. This is a familiar one since we also have a Hobby Stock in Cebu. They carry a lot of model cars and some for different vehicles too with different varying prices and brands. Funko Pops is their main thing though. They have a lot of Funko Moments, Funko Rides, and Funko covers. They have a ton of the regular 4-inch Funko figures with a million different characters. They also have Funko Sodas, which is another line by Funko. These are smaller figures that are in soda can packaging. The third store that I went to is Geek PH, which I am also familiar with, but it's because I see them in Shopee. They're also known to carry a lot of Funko Pops. Going in this store, I saw multiple walls of them. I saw a lot of anime, Disney, and Marvel Funkos. What caught my attention were the Pokemon Funkos and the My Hero Academia Funkos.
After checking those out, I was kind of confused because there were just some couple of stores there. But based on my the vlogs that I saw from YouTube, there were a lot of stores there like side by side from each other. So I decided to go again and consult Mr. Google and see in what other parts of Green Hills there are collectibles. So after searching like for a couple of minutes, I discovered that there's a section in Green Hills called Shopsville. This is where all of the collectible stores are located in. So I decided to ask the guard where that is.
Walking towards Shopsville, I came into this like separate world where people are selling gadgets and offering to fix your gadgets for you.
When I got into Shopsville, I can hear the angels sing. They were not kidding when they say that this is heaven for a lot of collectors.
The first store that I went to in Shopsville is called Pop Enthusiast, to which you might think that they only have Funko Pops, but surprisingly, they have a lot of different items there. They have a lot of multi-layered glass cabinets, and they have it for rent for different sellers. Sellers have a certain collection they want to sell, and they display it there. And when you decide that you want an item, the store clerks will get it for you. There's a lot of different stores like this around Green Hills, which only just means more choices for a lot of people, more chances of spending. I saw some Pokemon figures there and a lot of Banpresto anime figures, all from various different animes. True to their name, they also have a section for Funko Pops, where I found this really amazing rose quartz Funko Pop, which I was so tempted to buy. They also have a glass cabinet with these cute cat plushies in different costumes. My friend told me they have a name, but I forgot. And I also found this really cute Snorlax figure. This is me when people say there's no more rice. There's also a decent amount of pop-up parade figures there from different animes. They also have a decent selection of Nendoroid figurines, which are these really cute chibi-style action figures that you can pose and change parts to. I can see some knockoff anime figures and merch there as well. There's a cabinet there as well that's full of Sunny Angels. I've always been curious about them. They do look cute though, I can admit that, especially when they're displayed all together. The store beside was jaw-dropping. Like my jaw dropped literally. It's called EC Toys Collectibles. Seeing their front display is a feast for the eyes and a pain for the wallet for a lot of collectors.
This store had the most beautiful, detailed displays of resin statues, but unfortunately, they said that filming and photos are not allowed. But wow, even with just their outside display, all those Marvel life-size busts of heroes, you can tell that this is a great store. Inside, they have a lot of rare yet expensive resin statues of a lot of animes. There were like Dragon Balls, Bleach, One Piece, Naruto, and there were some Pokemons as well. They were selling this official life-size Gen 1 starters resin statues. They were so amazing, but with great view comes great price. I think there were 90,000 pesos for the 3 statues for the whole set. Yeah, really expensive, but if I had the money, it would be really worth it.
Right beside the Easy Toys Collectibles is Co, the collectibles store. And this store is full of Funko Pops, and I mean full, like wide walls full of different Funko Pops. And of course, I went to the Pokemon section first. And under that are ad icons, but it was mostly US brands, so I can't really relate. There were Genshin characters there as well. I also saw this awesome movie poster Funko Pops of different classic movies, like Wizard of Oz, Lady and the Tramp, and Pinocchio. Right at the center, they have a display of different Banpresto anime figures as well, of mostly popular animes like Spy Family, Demon Slayer, and One Piece. The store was amazingly organized. Each section is arranged according to what genre of Funko Pop they are, which is the most optimal way to do it so that buyers can easily find the Funko Pops they want to buy. I was pleased to see that they have a section for plushies as well. As a plushie collector, it is kinda rare to see a collectibles physical store carrying plushies. One cool thing that I also found in their store is they have a wide glass cabinet full of rare Funko Pops, like Chase variants, some exclusive stickers, and of course they're more expensive. The store right beside is called GH Minicon. I guess GH is Green Hills Minicon? Just like Pop Enthusiasts, they have an array of glass cabinets that sellers can display what they're selling. There's various figures, cards, and vintage toys as well. They stood out in a way that their main display is of actual kids' toys. I can imagine parents going there to pick out an affordable gift for their kids. They also have a display of different figures there. I asked to see some of them up close and I can tell they're knockoff figures, but hey, they're affordable and decent looking. Casual collectors can buy these and they would look good in their desk and spare shelves. The items all had price tags already, so you don't have to worry about annoying the salesperson asking them about the prices. There's a lot to choose from and I am sure you will find something from a show that you like. The next store that I went to is another mind-blowing one. It's called Mother Bay's Toys and Collectibles. They have multiple life-size resin statues there and I was so amazed. Just seeing their display window, they have awesome display of rare vintage figures and these elaborate resin statues of different animes as well, like the usual suspects like Dragon Ball, Naruto, One Piece, and some Marvel and DC too. They also have a no video or pictures policy, but for some parts they allow. So that's how I got these footage. And of course, me being me, I was focused on the amazing collection of Pokemon scale world figures.
When me and my friend went into this store, of course, we asked about the Pokemon Scale World collection, but they said that this is not for sale because it's the owner's. My friend, out of curiosity, asked like who's the owner, but the salesperson said that they can't tell us that for security purposes. I was like, huh? For toys? But I guess people can get crazy, especially with expensive toys. So I respect the salesperson's training on data privacy.
Right across the last store was L-Tab Gaming Hub. And just like the name suggests, it's all about games in this store. It's full of game collectibles from different game consoles to different game franchises merch. They have a wide variety of figures there as well, from Funko Pops to action figures and to very elaborate and expensive resin statues. But one thing was common, it was all in-game characters. Just across it is the XL Big Boys Toy Store, which the name is so appropriate since the store was so huge and carrying a lot of different types of collectibles from a lot of different franchises. They carry a lot of rare and really valuable Funko Pops that are grail items for a lot of Funko collectors. They also carry really cool and obscure art toys as well. They have official figures from brands I haven't even heard of before, and they look so detailed and would look really cool in a collection. Just staring at the outside glass display, you can really tell that this store only sells high quality and original collectibles. You can really be sure that what you're getting is worth every penny. Well, you'll also be penniless with the prices. They had a variety of actual Pokemon build kits there. It was my first time seeing those and I was so tempted to buy one. They also had a wide collection of Lego figures ranging from different Lego car models, movie scenes, and some are even so elaborate like the apartment in Friends, which again I was thinking of buying but the price stopped me. They also had glass cabinets there but some are owned by the store owner themselves, which are just for display and not for sale. Having a collectible store where you can sell and also show all your collections to a lot of like-minded people is such a dream for a lot of collectors. But the collecting hobby is not for everyone. It is a risk, especially when you care about the value of your collection. You really need to love what you collect so that it would bring you joy and not stress. One collectible that is so unpredictable when it comes to value is Funko Pops. It depends on the rarity, how much people want it, how the show it's from does. The other collectible that I have less knowledge about are cards. I know a little about Pokemon cards, but being in Greenhills, I realized there's so many cards from different franchises that people collect. Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, sports, you name it, they have it here. When it comes to replicas, they also have you covered here. They have this awesome looking lightsaber replica from Star Wars and many more. I saw a life-size Pochita figure there and it looked so cute I sent a picture to my friend Mia. They have an entire glass cabinet there dedicated for Sonic Angels. There's a lot of unopened mystery boxes and they also had some opened ones. Oh, they have a bin of different comic books from DC and Marvel, mostly newer editions and I didn't see any vintage ones. The next store that I went to is R&G Enterprises. Now, this store has the usual Banpresto anime figures, action figures from popular shows, and some resin figures. But what stood out for me is the countless display of smaller art toys. During my visit to Green Hills, I was still starting to explore art toys collectibles like Pop Mart, and I did not recognize a lot of the figures there. But when I watch back the footage I got, I can already recognize a lot of them, and I want to go back and buy some. They have a lot of different art toys there from a lot of different companies, not just Pop Mart, and they all looked so awesome. Among all of the stores that I went to, this is the store where I was so close to spending, but I managed to stop myself. Just right down the hallway is the Bully Boy Collectibles store. They're a very well-known store, and I was so excited to visit one of their physical stores. They're a very well-known distributor of Funko products here in the Philippines, and any new Funko Pops, they have it available first. And of course, their physical store did not disappoint. In just one glass cabinet, they have a lot of Funko Pop grills any Funko collector would want to have. But when I asked the store attendant, they were all just for display and not for sale. You can really tell that the store owner has been collecting Funko products for a long time. They displayed a lot of Funko collectibles in the store, and you can see a lot of older Funko products, like the Wacky Wabblers and some precursor figures of Funko Pops. They also have a wide variety of Funko shirts, Funko shirt bundles, where a shirt comes with a certain Funko Pop. They even have Loungefly bags. As far as I know, they're the only ones that carry Loungefly bags here in the Philippines. And when you think their outside display is cool, wait till you get inside. This is heaven for Funko collectors. Every wall inside is full of Funko Pops from floor to ceiling. You can spend hours just looking at their products up for sale. They have the most Funko sodas displayed compared to the rest of the stores here in Green Hills. So if you love Funko sodas, this is the store for you.
There was this one store that had like imported products like imported chips, imported perfumes, imported lotions. These are not collectibles, but I was just so amazed at their selection there. I mean, I shouldn't say that because there's a lot of people that collect perfumes, some for the smell and some for the design on the bottles.
I forgot the store's name, but just walking in you get greeted with walls of imported items like perfumes, lotions, some essentials, and some imported snacks as well. Right on the other alley, there's a store called the Collective Base. This is another store that focuses on providing glass cabinet spaces for different sellers. What's new in this store is it's all glass cabinets filled with different items up for sale, while other stores have other sections where the store owner displays their own things up for sale. They have a lot of unopened single packs of Pokemon cards from different releases, and they also have a lot of single rare cards up for sale for a different price. And for people that collects Banpresto figures, don't worry. They have out-of-box figures here which might be cheaper than in-box, which you might prefer since you will take them out of the box eventually since Banpresto boxes don't have windows. Just like most of the stores here, they also have Funko Pops. The place is overrun with them, more on the rare side rather than new releases. They have a lot of older Pops, some event exclusive, and some just really in-demand Funko Pops that have skyrocketed in value since they were released. A lot of these characters are the popular ones, so you might find a Funko Pop that's missing from your collection. I don't really collect them, but I watch Funko Pop YouTubers, and the Pops in this one cabinet I was guessing would reach hundreds of thousands in pesos. I know because I always see them come up in the most expensive lists.
Sorry, just an update. My friend is here from a date.
From a date? No. Just a casual.
The store right beside Collective Base is called the Fun Hub. Now this store had the usual collectibles up for sale too, but this store stood out because they specialize in cards. Glass cabinets, row after row just full of different collectible cards. Mostly of opened and single cards up for sale. They even have PSA certified cards up for sale. So if you're a serious card collector, this is the store to go. The last store that we went to in Green Hills Shopsville is Phil Bars. I haven't heard of this store before, not until I got into and researched more on different art toys. They do carry a lot of Funko Pops as well, more on the newer releases and not the rare and older ones, but they do carry a wide range of them from different genres. But the main thing that I know them for is they carry a lot of different brands of blind box art toys, especially Pop Mart blind box toys, which they have a lot of different lines. They also carry a selection of different comics like DC and Marvel, but they also carry Wings Club, which I haven't seen in a long time. I know a lot of guys that discover they're gay because of Wings. Oh, and if you collect bigger Funko Pops like Moments or Rides, they also have you covered. And they have a selection of different Funko sodas as well.
Someone's buying a Funko Pop.
Less 10%.
Okay na, less 10%.
Last piece na po yan.
Then last day na.
Last day ang sale na rin.
You deserve it. We went around there multiple times. We saw a lot of figures, different cards, some Funko Pops, some art toys. It was a feast for the eyes. And definitely deserving of being called a heaven for a lot of collectors. But only if you have the spare money to buy things there. I mean, for me, it was hell because I was looking at a lot of things that I wanted to buy, but I didn't have the money. But it was amazing nonetheless. Then after we went out of Shopsville, we discovered that there are a lot more collectible stores upstairs in the main Greenhills Mall.
Upstairs, there are some collectible stores as well. The first one was called Neutral Grounds. Just reading their store name, I can already tell they focus more on games. But unlike LTAB Gaming Hub, this store focuses on board games. Apparent with their display of different board games up for sale, and they have a group of people in the store enjoying board games as well. The store next to it is called Special Toy Center. I had to tilt my head to even read what the sign says. But in the store, they focus more on vehicle models like helicopters, motorcycles, and cars. Just from the outside looking, you can see walls and walls full of model kits. Though they didn't have the specific car model I asked them about, you have a lot of options here. So if this is what you're into, this is the place for you to visit. And the last store that we visited is called Best Toys with a quote, "Collector's Heaven." They do carry a wide range of collectibles, I give them that. They have a lot of action figures, Gundam model kits, and some anime figures as well. Just looking at their outside display, you can see a wide range of Gundam kits, all different kinds and brands. This would be heaven for my friend Mia. They also carry a lot of kids' toys as well. They actually have a wide range to choose from, and I can see parents having more ease in choosing a gift for their kids here, because there's so much to choose from. Continuing inside, they have an impressive amount of display of toys here, like wide walls, floor to ceiling, full of different kinds of collectibles and toys. And they conveniently divide the store into kids' toys and adult collectibles. I can see a wide range of Banpresto anime figures there as well, but looking closer into these, I can't really say if they're original or bootleg, though given I'm not an expert with figures. But again, if you're a collector on a budget and you just want a figure to display, these do look good enough.
We're done.
One
No
boodle for today.
One boodle for today. So no boodle for me. Thank God. EV sodas. We actually went around Greenhills Mall to maybe buy some snacks to just bring to the hotel and we'll just eat there. But the grocery line was so long, so mission abort. We also went around to find places to eat dinner, but we couldn't decide on which one until we saw this bazaar on like this area beside Greenhills. In this bazaar, there were also some games in which you can pay to play and then you win some prizes. In one of those places, my friend saw a plush that he really wanted. so he tried to win it.
Ida, yun yung target niya. Hoy! Ano ba yan? Wala. Dinner. Thanks, Sugar Daddy.
So after dinner, we went home to our hotel to get our good night's rest. Actually, we had a lot of food left over from that bizarre dinner that we had. We ended up eating it like the morning after. It was a jam-packed visit in Manila and it was also worth it. Though honestly, at the tail end of my trip, my social battery was so low. I think I did not want to speak to anyone like days after my trip. To my first ever PokeCon day 1 and day 2, and to my first ever visit to Greenhills, it was all so much fun. And shout out to my friend Harry. Actually, this is our first time seeing each other in person, but it didn't feel that way. I had the best time. And hopefully you guys also enjoyed this series of vlogs from my Manila trip. And of course, please don't forget to click the subscribe button and click the notification bell button so that you would be notified for future videos. Alright, till next time, bye!